This message is for my Libras out there. Libra or Libra cross watcher. This could also be reversed, but I'm getting something really quick, so I want to say it before I forget. You guys ever moved into a place, or when you're moving out, you have to go through, especially if you're a person like me and you hang up a lot of crap on your walls, but instead of using nails, I mean nails too for sure, especially because they leave bigger holes, but you tack everything to the wall like posters and things like that. So then when you sell or when you buy, if you didn't putty it, or what do you call that, spackle it properly and sand it down, you can paint over it, but you're going to still see those damn holes eventually. Eventually that paint's going to seep into those little tiny holes. Spirit. Somebody here is naughty every time in Libra messages. Every time I do a Libra message, somebody comes in and they are bad. And I like it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting here. Somebody thinks that they can just brush over something. I'm not saying this is like somebody who has bad intentions. I think somebody genuinely wants to work something out, or they want someone else to be able to work something out. So it's like, yeah, let's just do this. But it's like, you can't expedite the process. Like, has there been actual, I'm hearing reconstructive work, has there been actual work done? Because if not, there's no sense in, it's not ready to move in, basically. Like, something has to actually be properly painted, be properly prepared. Otherwise, it's not really fixing a problem. It's just masking it. I think somebody does kind of want something to be better. They want something to be healed. They want something to work out, because I think they're coming from a genuine place, but it's like, has there been enough time? Has there been enough work? I mean, this could be somebody who's trying to sell property, but it's not really actually ready to be sold, but because they just want to get out of there, they're kind of putting it on the market. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And so if people really find out about it, or when inspection comes, that's kind of the idea here. Like, someone's going to know when inspection happens. God already knows. Somebody is trying to, like, even fool the universe, whether they believe in it or not. Maybe that's why they're trying to do it, because they think that, the universe isn't going to tell somebody, the other person, hey, whoever's coming towards you or wants to work something out or fix something with you, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be a lover, anybody, whoever's trying to, like, make up or even paint over something or brush over something or start fresh, they still have a lot of work to do. The bird sounds so beautiful, as we all do. It reminds me of somebody who may say, well, I'm sober now, I'm ready to go to a bar because I've already determined that I'm not going to be a drinker anymore, so I can go be around a bunch of drinkers. And it's like, okay, can you though? Are you sure that you've had enough time to heal? Are you sure that you're really ready to be put back in that environment? Are you positive? Because somebody really, maybe there's like a birthday party going on and someone's like, absolutely, I'm positive. Of course I am. I know myself better than anyone. Of course I'm ready. Are you doubting me? It's like, but they're not ready. They're not ready. There's just like FOMO, fear of missing out. So someone's like, well, what the fuck was that? Could have been my computer, but it's closed. I don't think something's ready, Okay, here's a kind of a crappy example, but it's something I'm thinking of. Whenever I had my tonsils taken out, I think it was my junior year of high school, and or was it my junior? It may have been my sophomore year of high school. Anyway, I was in high school when I had my tonsils taken out, and I remember my doctor saying, because prom was that week, and I remember my doctor saying, oh, you're absolutely not going to prom. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to prom. My doctor said, I think he was joking, but I didn't take it as a joke. I was like, bet. He said, all right, you can go to prom this weekend if you can eat fried chicken. If you can't eat fried chicken, you're not ready to go to prom. Deal? And of course I'm going to be like, oh, shit. Okay. Fried chicken it is. So what did I do? I fucking ate fried chicken. I did. And I went to prom. Sure did. My mom, this is another example. She can attest to this. She was like, well, she had been telling me at a certain age I can get my belly button pierced, right? She was like, you can get your belly button pierced, blah, 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 blah. But she set like this incentive, and I reached the incentive. I reached it, although it was not easy, but I eventually reached it, and I got my belly button pierced. And of course, they're like, take time before you get in, water, before you sit in a bathtub. Like, take time, because your belly button takes a long time to heal. Take proper care of it. Be gentle with it. Be gentle with yourself. What did my bitch ass do? I did every single thing that it said don't do. What did I do? That's what I did. I just went gung-ho on it. I was like, yeah, nobody tells me no. I'm going right on in. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Somebody who's doing something when it's not time. Like, so this would be like somebody who's giving birth to a baby, and the doctor's like, be careful. You're going to get knocked up again. I mean, maybe they don't say it like that, but where the family is saying, be careful, honey. That you can get pregnant again. Like that. So you don't want a baby right after. You want that hoo-ha to be snatched again before you go through the process a whole nother time. You get the point. You get the point. Somebody is like, their heart wants to be ready, okay? Their heart genuinely, truthfully, and honestly wants to be ready for you. Vice versa, okay? Somebody wants and believes wholeheartedly that they're, ready. I don't know what else to say. Somebody's like, oh no, I'm ready. That we've got this. And it's like, but they're not. They're not ready. And it's sad because, your heart may love this person, vice versa. If this is someone else, they may really love you. But it's like, my heart wants to embrace you. My heart wants to let you in. My heart wants to say, and believe it. I'm hearing, my heart wants to believe you. That you're ready, that you're prepared, that this is it this time. But I can't. Because energy don't lie. And your energy is telling me otherwise. It's like doctor's orders. Why am I seeing The Underworld? You guys ever seen that movie? That's a really good movie. I'm seeing the first one, where she's like on the top of the building. What's her name? She is so beautiful. I don't remember. Kate Beckinsale. She's so beautiful. It's like that, I don't know why I'm seeing The Underworld. Maybe that's significant for somebody watching this video. You could want to eat a cake, but that don't mean the cake is ready to be ate. That was an awful example. There goes my mind again. You know what I mean, though? You could want to eat the cake, but it's like soft, and like still liquidy on the inside. You can't eat that shit. You can. My dad eats raw cake batter. I guess to each their own, and that's the point, I think. I think the point is here, someone's going to approach a situation or a person, either you, Libra, cross-watcher, or vice versa, someone else. This could be romantic. A lot of you, I think it is. Could be like a second go-around, a third go-around, fourth go-around, or even a newer person, but they're like coming in now. They're actually coming in. But it's like, I don't know. I don't think you're ready. I think you're fresh out of a relationship, Instead of like straight out of Compton, it's like straight out of Becky, straight out of Brittany, straight out of Ashley, straight out of Samantha. They're not ready. Their genitals still smell like the woman before, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, they haven't cooled off yet. They still have the lipstick mark around the shaft, you know what I mean? Like, it's that type of not ready. It's like, you know what I mean? Somebody here has quit an addiction. They're not truly ready to maybe even hang around certain people anymore, go to certain events, because they're going to be around people who are doing it, and they're not going to stop doing it for this person. And so I just genuinely think it's just too early, too soon. Something is not ready, even though someone's like, yeah, but tomorrow's not promised. Like, the thing is, somebody really wants, and that's a sad thing too. I believe it's the person themselves who like really wants, it's like when you break something, like you break a leg, and it's like, yeah, but I have a game this weekend, and I want to go play. I want to be at the game this weekend. Like, I've worked so hard for this, and it's like, but baby, you ain't ready. You have literally not healed enough. You're not ready. You're gonna hurt yourself more, and you could hurt yourself where it's like irreversible. Like, you can't do anything about it. You can't change it. Do you really want to risk that? Do you want to risk this being your like last time? What if you hurt yourself so much you can't come back from it? It's like those vibes. Again, I just like the cake batter idea. Somebody here is welcome to take the chance. I guess it would be a chance to take the risk to put themselves in a situation, or to allow something to happen, whatever, just involve themselves. Someone here is more than why can I not think right now? Someone is more than welcome to live their life. They have free will. They can make their own decisions. And I feel like the universe is saying, or whoever you believe in, vice versa, you absolutely can choose to go all in if you want. Give it another go. Go for it. We ride it on. But just know that with every choice comes consequences, positive and negative. And more than likely, it ain't ready yet. You aren't ready yet. They're not ready yet. No matter how they appear, no matter what they say, no matter how it looks, no matter how you feel, you're not fully ready yet. They're not fully ready yet. And someone who's stubborn like my ass would be like, oh, trust me, I am. Nobody knows me better than I know myself. Of course I'm ready. And it's like, well, then in that case, then go for it. Because maybe things will turn out better than we're thinking. However, the universe is not thinking. They know. The universe is like, yeah, well, there's some aspects of you that you're not aware of that are in there still. And it would not be a good idea. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a good idea. Could really hurt you when we're trying to protect you. I feel like someone's spirit guides or their ancestors or God, whoever they believe in, is trying to protect someone here. Like, be careful. Has it been enough time? Has there been enough healing? Has there been enough work done? Has there been enough rest? Enough awareness? Self-awareness? Enough accountability? In whatever aspect or area this goes into, has there been enough? And if you think so, and you truly, genuinely believe it with all your heart, your soul, and your mind, then go for it. All right, guys, thank you for being here. I love you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Libra, I wanted to get back on here really quick and do an extension for you guys. The first part I did yesterday, and as the day went on, I just felt like there was a little bit more I could have said to you guys. I was kind of in a bit of a fever yesterday. I didn't have a fever, but I was in a bit of a rush because I have a lot to do. I've been helping my parents a whole lot, and it's just going to continue to get to be a little bit more, especially as my mom needs help and my grandma's kind of going down. Woo! Sad. Well, it's like a tearjerker. So I don't know, I guess we're not going to have to title this one because I'm going to place this one actually at the end of the video that I just did for you guys, even though this is the next day. Just to give a few more examples that came to me of when somebody wants to rush the process. Because the first part I kind of got for Libras. Now, whether it's you, my love, Libra, or a cross watcher, or someone else, I don't know how this is going to go. It may not even resonate for everybody. But for the ones that it does, just to kind of add on a bit to what I got, you know how you are ready to put new sheets on the bed, or not new sheets, but you washed your sheets for the day or something, your blankets, your comforters, your duvet, whatever you washed, and you're ready to go to bed. So you want to just put it on your bed, right? But it's not dry yet. You wouldn't go ahead and just put it on your bed. You would leave it in there until it dried fully so that you're not sleeping on wet sheets. You wouldn't want to rush painting your nails. Like if you're painting your nails For those of you that have experience painting your nails or getting your nails painted, I know not everyone watching has ever painted their nails, but you know, let's say you paint your nails, but you don't wait until the first coat dries and then you go ahead and you tack on a couple more. Not only is it going to not work, it's going to get all over the place, it's going to peel, it's going to ripple, it's just not ready. You know, there are so many others, I can't even think right now, there were so many other dang examples that I thought of last night and throughout the day, but I guess we don't need as many examples. As I just want to say here at the very end, guys, someone may be ready to fix something, someone may be ready to move forward in something, or even return and to hash out a problem and get right down to it, even if we've got to fight. But it's like the other person is not ready, is like maybe still holding on to a grudge or harboring a little bit of animosity or anger still, or maybe the other person has healed completely and doesn't wish to, you know, rehash anything. Someone here could have already done their healing, given themselves closure over a situation with somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic, but someone wants to return and fix a situation, or they want two people to, it could be an outside party, like a family member who wants another family member or two other family members to get along again, or friends who want two friends to speak again and get along again, or romantically. It can go in any way. But someone should not rush this process or force the matter, because it's going to make things very volatile, I believe, truly. It's going to be highly uncomfortable for all parties involved. I feel like everybody has to be on the same page, has to be aligned at the same time energetically, or it's just going to be a nightmare all over again. And it could even end worse than it did the first time, however that was, you know? So again, I just wanted to get on here and say that it's important that just because one person wants an outcome doesn't mean that that's the outcome that should happen. Just because one person is ready for something doesn't mean all people or the other person involved are. And you know, you could have somebody here who isn't really respecting boundaries in the near oh, yep. Wow. In the near future. And maybe because someone isn't talking to them or isn't talking to another, someone wants to force communication, even if they have to do it in a negative way or something along those lines. And I just think that not only is that not a wise way to go about it, but I think that there will be consequences to that aren't worth it, when someone could just sit back and continue working on themselves, or you know, maybe it's not even meant to be. Maybe it's not meant for two people to reconnect. You know what I mean? I think the majority that this is going to resonate with will be romantic, but I can actually think of a personal family situation, actually several when it comes to me. But one in particular where someone in my family, this is an older person, their brother just up and stopped talking to them and never went to their parents' funeral when their parents died, never went to the mom's funeral, never went to the dad's funeral, never has spoken to any of the siblings ever again. And I think there's 5 of them. Yeah, it's like really hard to talk. I have like this sticking in my throat. Never has talked again to these people. And the whole family has wondered, like, why did this person do this? But I don't know if I'm like the only freaking one who thinks like, I just like to see things outside of the box, right? So I step outside of it. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm adopted and I'm just like, well, what caused them to do that? You know what I'm saying? You know, and the crazy thing is the person that they mainly separated from the family for, per their own words, okay, the person who separated, their own words, there was one main person who caused them to do it, but then they just separated from everybody and stayed away and just detached from the whole family. I love that person who they separated from, and I think they're a very good person, but also, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And I don't want to speculate. I'm only seeing one side, and they don't even have a side because they don't know why the person just decided to leave and why they hate them so much. And it's like, I don't think it's wise to ever hate anyone. I mean, really, well, that depends. Let me not say that. I guess hate is a very strong word, you know. Hate can sometimes mean toxic love, you know what I mean? Because you're actually giving it a lot of your attention to hate somebody. It takes more of your energy than anything. But you know, and some people do despicable things, so let me not say it's not wise to hate somebody, because there's some pretty fucked up people out there that do fucked up things to children and people, and yeah. So I retract those words. But aside from that, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I've sat back and wondered why. And it's interesting because not only the person who they intentionally left the family for or because of, you know, has tried to reconnect, even taking it as far as going to their house and being threatened with a gun. Like, don't ever come here again. I mean, it's that intense. So I'm like, what happened? But it's really none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? And at some point I had to just think about it, and I talked to that family member, and I'm like, you know, at some point you should just leave it alone. Like, maybe they were meant to do that. Maybe you yourself aren't meant to connect with this person. I don't really know the story. I don't know who's wrong here, who did what did who. I don't know, but all I know is that they clearly want nothing to do with you or any of the family, and I think you should respect that. Just like that poor guy who was, in his heart, I believe, I've talked about this before, that evangelist who was trying to preach the gospel, and he went to, okay, I can't ever remember the island, but they killed him. I mean, sometimes you have to respect people's boundaries and let it go. You know what I mean? That's my whole point in the first part of this video, guys, is I feel like someone here has been kind of fuming as time has gone on and hasn't respected the fact that someone has pulled away, or at this time has decided never to return, not to come back, to let bygones be bygones and close the door for good. I think it's eating someone alive, and it's been eating someone alive, whether it's been eating you watching this video or a person on the outside. And it's like, that's not doing anything for somebody here. Like, they need to let it go and choose to take the higher road and realize that sometimes things just happen that way. And you may not ever get an actual answer, but you have to ask yourself, why do you have to know so bad? Why can't you just go about your own life? And if your roads are meant to cross again, they will. You know what I mean? But some people can't let go. Some people can't let go. They must have answers. They can't respect boundaries. And then whether they do it in a kind way and they want to reconnect kindly, or they do it in an aggressive way, I actually pick up here that someone has been doing things or saying things behind the scene in an aggressive way, almost having like animosity towards the person who no longer wishes to connect, who doesn't wish to talk about it. There's no more talking about it. There's no need to. Someone's made up their mind. It's like, leave it alone then. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people can't leave things alone. And so in that case, I feel like it's severely unhealthy for someone here. Whoever's doing this and harboring and like holding on to it, it seems like it's the person who pulled away, you know, and who kind of went their separate ways and decided not to communicate anymore, reach out. Excuse me, guys. It seems, and maybe even the person themselves who was, I don't know, felt like a victim in the situation, could have actually been, or just felt like it, has made themselves to seem like that. They've made it seem like the person who did that was the, you know, like a bad guy or bad girl or something. But it's like, why does anyone have to be labeled anything? Just let it go. You know, I feel like somebody needs to let something go here. But that's your extension, guys. I wanted to add on to it just to kind of give a little bit more clarity. I would have already had that video posted, or this video rather, because this is in the same video. But there needed to be more said. So there you go. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.